we're going to cover the number one mistake that I saw investors make when I was a financial advisor, and I still see people make this mistake to this very day. Friends, family members, card enthusiasts, let's get started. So let's get one thing straight right away. You might not be struggling with this as much as someone else, or you might not be struggling with it at all. You just might get it, and heck, you don't even need to watch this video. However, I see this issue, let's just call it an issue, let's just call it what it is. I see this regularly. I saw this regularly when people would call me, when I would sit down face to face with them. Doesn't matter. Whenever I would have a conversation with someone, this was by far the number one topic I always had with people. Are you ready for it? I'm not even going to make you wait anymore. You have to take a step back. Zoom out. That's it. Thanks for watching. That really is it. Take a step back. I am not kidding. It has to be 90+% of people. And it doesn't mean that people are dumb or that I'm so smart. I struggle with this as well. What it is we have to fight human nature. Human nature is, I got to stay on top of this. I need to make sure I know what's going on. It's the responsible thing to do. It's the adult thing to do. All of those things are great in theory, but it doesn't help you. It literally just stresses you out. What prompted this conversation was I have had several people reach out to me now and say, is now a good time to buy X? Is now a good time to purchase this? I'm seeing this decline. I'm seeing this decline. Is now the time, or when is the time? It doesn't matter. And I'm going to extrapolate on that. And I welcome all of your guys' questions, by the way. In case you haven't noticed, I like giving detailed responses because I don't just like say, yeah, looks like a decent time to buy, or no, it doesn't. I like to give my rationale. Take a step back. When you're thinking to ask this to whomever, you're asking yourself or you're trying to decide, is now the time to purchase? It doesn't matter. You have to think of the big picture. What do some of the most efficient, the best people on the planet at their craft, what do? They focus on the macro. The micro is super important as well. Absolutely. Micro is important, and that's a conversation for an entire different day. However, the macro is so important. If you get the macro wrong, it doesn't matter how much of the micro you get right. You have to get the macro right. You absolutely have to. Take a step back. Where are we at in the market right now? Doesn't matter. Take a step further back from that. What are these external catalysts that are either bolstering the card market economy? What is going to affect us down the road? Take a step back from that. Okay, so the Pokemon franchise, over $92 billion. Again, Star Wars, $60 billion, like $65 billion. Does that put into perspective yet? Take a step back. Is now a good time to buy X investment? I want to buy this sealed product. Is now a good time? It's down X% right now. So what I can tell you, I will never be able to tell you, hey, you know what? This price is going to go down to X dollar amount. I'll never be able to accurately tell you that. Anyone who tells you otherwise is just full of it. No one's going to tell you it's going to go down to X price. What I can tell you is I think it's going to continue going down for X product. I don't know how much further down. And guess what? Someone can make a crazy video tomorrow or today, or something weird happens, and that just shoots back up. That's definitely a possibility. And why I'm not afraid to spend a few more dollars now to make way more later. For example, the Eevee Heroes Gym Set box, the one with the Espeon promo in it that everybody really likes. It's a gorgeous card, super cool. At least of me recording this video, sometimes I have them a couple weeks in advance, sometimes a day or two in advance. It just depends when I put this up. Anyway, at least of me recording this video, bear with me here. At least as of me recording this video, they're going around $350 to $400. It just depends how lazy you are, or how good the seller is, and how you can wheel and deal with people, that sort of thing. So about $350, and I'm seeing them decline a little bit. How much more will they decline? I have no idea. In the Pokemon Center, Japan, they stated, hey, we're aware of the issue. We're so sorry. We're going to make sure there's more. They didn't specifically say, hey, we're going to print way more Eevee Heroes booster boxes and way more Gym Set Espeon promo boxes. They did not say that. Now, in my opinion, they're absolutely going to print a whole lot more Eevee Heroes booster boxes. That should not be an issue. Again, knock on wood, disclaimers, I can't guarantee anything. Historically, that's something that you can relatively easily predict and expect. For the limited time gym set box, the promo box, that is something that is supposed to be a bit more limited. Are they going to have another wave of that? I really don't know, and I didn't think about it much because I really don't care. I have already bought a few boxes, and the reason is I don't care if I get them for $350 now and they crash down to $250. 5 years from now, when, in my opinion, they'll be $1,000 plus a box, is that extra $100-ish potentially going to make a huge difference to me? No, I would absolutely love to buy at the lowest point. But again, as I stated, I don't know when that lowest point is, and I don't care. I'm in the ballpark, in my opinion. Do I think these are going to skyrocket and just absolutely increase in value down the line? I personally certainly think so. So again, that $100, $50, $25, that's just market noise. That doesn't matter to me. I really don't care. It would be great to buy at the bottom. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to focus on the macro. What I can control is buying now, understanding that, hey, these might dip a little bit more. They might dip below 300. They might go down to 250. They might go down to 200. I don't know. And then, oh no, they just said that they're going to do a reprint, or they just did a reprint, and it was humongous. Awesome. Guess what? I'm going to buy more. And then, here's the crazy thing. I'm going to hold them for a period of time to where I will make more money selling them than what I bought them for. Crazy, I know. So it doesn't matter today if it's, oh no, it's down 22%, and hey, it's up 25% today, that's awesome, and then it's down 27% today. Okay, well, I don't pay attention to that as much, and you should not either. For those of you who do, or that really jazzes you up, awesome, good for you. Go ahead and keep playing that game. I'm focusing on the macro. It's a lot better on my psyche. I just had a conversation with one of my best friends about it. This was today as well. I've been answering several questions related to this, and this is why I was like, I gotta make a video on this. He was asking me about what's been happening over the last 6 months regarding the stock market, his personal portfolio, but the stock market. And hey, yeah, if you look at that sucker every single day, you probably will go insane. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing to look at it every day. I personally do not. I don't look at it every day. There's a very specific reason that I don't do that. And I guess let me clarify. I don't look at my personal portfolio every single day. I'll keep an eye on the market generally every day just so I know what's going on. But it's not something I'm totally invested in the sense of, oh my goodness, this is absolutely tanking. I need to go ahead and sell now. Number one, that's going to drive you insane. Number two, historically and statistically, you will lose way more money doing that than you will earn. So zoom out. Look at the big picture. Who cares if you're going to go ahead and buy into something now and it drops $25 or it drops 20% or whatever. You bought at a reasonable-ish time, and you know in the future, 1, 2, 7 years from now, whatever that is for you, you're like, you know what? I am so glad that I bought these at X price right now. Zoom out. Really, really zoom out. It's so hard to keep that in mind when it's your money, your investments, and you just get tied into the day-to-day. I totally get it. That's why I'm making this video. Now, this isn't investment advice, but for me personally, I like to zoom out and remind myself, okay, why did I go into this stock? Oh, historically, it performs X percent. Awesome. Wow. This year so far, I've gained 1.5% on this investment. That stinks. I could have made more money just sitting in cash almost. However, over the long term, that investment has historically performed very well. Past performance is not indicative of future results. But again, that is the only thing we have to go off of. Everyone's like, hey man, you're speculating in modern product for it to go up. That is exactly what you're doing with the old vintage Pokemon product. You are also speculating that demand will stay the same and go up in the future. So you are also speculating. Now, granted, to be fair, all of that older Pokemon product, it at least has some history tied to it. It's performed, it's sort of established. But again, grand scheme of things, 20-ish years, That's not a super long time, guys. You're still speculating. I'm totally for it. That's why I'm totally in with the Pokemon card market. I get excited by it. I really like talking about it. That's why I talk to you guys about it and respond to your comments. However, realize that you are still speculating. Even in the stock market, you're speculating and somewhat expecting those type of returns. Why? Because historically, that's what it's done. Historically, Pokemon sealed products go up in value over time. That is exactly what we're doing here. It is not more complex than that. It does not need to be made more complex than that. Whew. So this video is really deep. The more you think about it, the deeper this is. So hopefully I didn't lose too many of you, and hopefully it was informative. And remember, you don't have the life expectancy of a hamster, hopefully. So who cares if you lose money over a 6-month period of time on whatever that product is, or even a year or 2 or 5. You're probably going to live a little bit longer than that, so you can hold on to that product a little bit longer than that, unless, of course, a specific life event occurs and then you need to sell and liquidate for whatever reason. I totally get that. There's always a reason to sell. There's always a reason to buy for somebody. Totally understand that. But remember, zoom out. Who cares if you only made 1% on your portfolio right now? You're not retiring right now, are you? So let's go ahead and zoom out and say, hey, you know what? That month really stunk for me, but you know what? Over the last 6.5 years that I've been investing, or the last 2 years or 2 months, or whatever it is, whatever that time frame is for you, zoom out more and more and more, and you'll see, oh, you know what? On average, I've got an X% rate of return. I'm happy with that. That is what I want you to focus on. Don't get tied up into these little daily numbers. You'll be eaten alive by them. It's a great way to lose your way. Keep your head focused, and remember, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. What should you do? I don't know. I don't remember. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you would like to see future videos just like this one. And until next time. I do not recommend getting sunburnt. That's why I look sweaty right now. Even if it's fully cloudy and you go out boating, put your sunscreen on, kids.